transition into the third quarter of the 2024 real estate market, I want to update you on a lot of different things to keep in mind, especially if you're thinking about buying or selling a home now or sometime in the near future. So, yes, it's still a sales market, but it's still not an aggressive sales market like it was in 2022. And most of that is because the interest rates have increased. And so some of the buyers have fallen off in terms of being ready and willing to buy a home. However, we still have an inventory shortage, meaning there's still, compared to people that want to buy and sell a home, there's still a lot less homes for sale than there are people looking to purchase a home. And so the reality is, until that actually changes, where we have more sellers than we have buyers, it's just going to stay a seller's market. And the factors that could even impact that even changing soon, my perspective, it would have to mean that there's a lot of people that own a home now that simply are at the point where they can no longer afford the home and therefore they have to sell. Because when you consider the fact that in order for some people to move, if they've lived in their home for a long time, for them to move would actually, and downsize, matter of fact, it would actually cost them more money to downsize than to stay in their actual home. So we are really mostly missing a lot of those people who would downsize. Now, some people are downsizing, but it's a different way, right? They may be downsized in terms of going into the nursing home, but they're not downsizing in the way they normally would downsize. And the people that want to upgrade, they're kind of holding on tight a little bit too. So we are getting more people that want to upgrade than downsize, but we still are missing a lot of the buyers and sellers that be moving from one home to another home. And yes, that takes a little bit out of the buyer pool as well. But in the overall scheme of things, we are missing a lot of homes for sale. Now, the other factor of that is because people had a low interest rate when they did buy their home a few years ago. So do they really want to leave that home and get a higher interest rate? Most likely not, right? And then the taxes come into play. So there's a lot of factors as to why we're having fewer homes for sale and why, even though the interest rates are high, we still have more buyers than we do have sellers. Now, if you're looking to purchase a home, you want to keep in mind that because it's still a sales market, you're going to likely have to compete for that home. However, because it's not as aggressive as a seller's market, the good thing is you may be able to get a deal or may just be the first buyer in and write a good offer on that home to get your offer accepted without having to do all these crazy things just to get your offer accepted. But of course, it depends on the home. And in order for a home to most likely get a bidding war or sell really fast for a top dollar, it's usually going to have these three factors beyond, of course, having an awesome realtor or real estate broker that knows what they're doing to get that seller the right amount of money for their home. And so those factors are going to be, for one, if the home was priced correctly. Number two, the location that the home was in. And number three, the condition of the home or the features and benefits of that home. Make a great difference on if you have one buyer or if you have 10 buyers that all want the home. And so, yes, interest rates are high. But yes, you could refinance, but I wouldn't necessarily agree with what a lot of people are saying that you should, date the rate and marry the house kind of thing where you buy the home and then refinance later. Yes, refinancing could be an option, but I wouldn't necessarily buy a home with the expectation that you can refinance. So if you want that home, you should want that home enough to go ahead and buy it at the price and at the interest rate that you're buying it at now. So the last thing I want to touch on is that some of you may have been aware of the commission change that's taking effect. Now, it really still doesn't take effect till August 17th, but what has changed right now is that the commission that would be offered on the MLS is actually taken off early as of about 2 days ago. And so now your buyer's agent will have to work a little harder to figure out how things are going to work going forward. And there's going to be a little shift. It could impact the market. It may not impact the market. It just depends on how things go on from here. But I want to make sure you guys are aware that there is some changes. Now, if you're looking to buy a home or you're looking to sell a home, nothing essentially has to necessarily change. It's just that when you do purchase a home, when these changes really fully take effect, if you're a buyer, you want to make sure that when you choose your buyer's agent, that they are the right agent for you. And ideally, you want to make sure you figure who that person is before you're actually ready to start looking at houses. Because the reality is, in order to look at homes in August, even though this is normally the rule, it's going to be really what I want to say, really pressed on and enforced going forward, since there was a lawsuit about this, is that you need to have some kind of agreement that is signed with your realtor that you've chosen, or real estate broker like myself, before you go see any houses. It actually protects both you and the buyer's agent, who could be a realtor or broker, because in that way you're actually understanding how they're going to help you, or if they're not going to help you, they're working for the seller, whatever the case may be, and you can make sure you're being represented correctly with whatever you've agreed to and are looking to, or your expectation is. So that's mostly what I want to talk about today. So to sum up, if you're looking to sell, now is a great time to sell. You may want to go ahead and do that before the market possibly may change in the next couple months. If you're looking to buy, keep in mind it's less competitive right now, but it's still competitive. So you want to make sure you have a great realtor, and you want to make sure that when you decide to work with a realtor or real estate broker, it's the right choice. So if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Please share with anyone you think it'd be helpful to. And as always, close Patrice. If you've enjoyed watching this video and would love to stay up to date when I have more content like this or something similar that you may be interested in, please like and subscribe to this channel and click the bell so you get notifications. And I hope you have a great day.